Hello, fellow career changers. My name is Yvonne Akimoden. I'm a HR consultant and career coach, and I work with people over 40 who are looking for a career change and seeking to find the career of their dreams. Today, I want to talk to you about one of the biggest elephants in the room that affect people who are looking to change careers once they're in their 40s or over, and that is age discrimination. A lot of us feel once we've reached a certain age that trying to change careers, whether it's to work for yourself or work for another employer in another kind of career or job, will be affected by the fact that you're no longer in your 20s or 30s. And today I just want to talk you through some of the things that you can do to really help overcome some of those doubts. So before we get started, I just want to quote from one of my favorite quotes, which is from Eleanor Roosevelt, former First Lady. And one thing she talks about is making sure that you don't allow other people to affect your decisions. And she does that through the quote, which says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So it's the same thing, in my opinion, with when it comes to searching for a new career. No one can make you feel old without your consent. I think it would be foolhardy to say that there is no such thing as age discrimination, because it does exist. It's alive and well, and we know it's there. But the question you have to ask yourself is that going to be a barrier to you finding a career of your dreams? And my answer to that is it shouldn't really. So I'm going to go through 3 things that you can do that will really help you stand out when it comes to looking for a new career. And the first thing that you need to do is to make sure that you are up to date when it comes to using the latest technology or tools for job search. So I talk to a lot of clients and people who say, I don't have a LinkedIn page. I've not used online application forms. I'm not sure what CV parsing means, and so on. These are all terms and all things that most recruiters use today to look for candidates. So as somebody who's coming into the job market, and I know it can be a bit daunting if you haven't been in the job market for a while, going out there and starting, but these are some of the things it's really important to be up to speed with, because it means that you're out there and you're accessible to people who are looking for you. So it's important that you understand and you become familiar and confident using some of today's online or recruiting tools. The same is also true, even if you're not looking for another job, even if you're looking to start a business as the second phase of your career, you still need to use some of these tools. So understanding what they are and how they work is going to stand you in good stead. The second thing to bear in mind is to understand your sector. In other words, know your stuff. In some industries where there is a scarce skill shortage, employers don't care about age. The most important thing for them is that you're competent. So take the time to know your stuff. Take the time, whether that's researching the industry, networking with people in the sector, talking to people who might be able to advance your career, whatever you need to do to make sure that you are current, you're on top of what's going on, and you have the skills. Because one of the things we forget, especially when we're in our 40s and over, is that you bring a wealth of knowledge and experience from whatever sector or from whatever life experiences you bring. You have with you all of that knowledge, all of those skills, all of those tools that will stand you in good stead. So don't be afraid to use them and bring them out when you're talking to a potential employer or you're looking to start a business. So it's about how you use those skills to really promote yourself and show yourself as somebody who has something to offer. The third thing that I want to talk about is it's about making a decision as to what kind of role you want to go into and what your future looks like. And in a nutshell, think and find like-minded people. Now, for some of us, when you're looking to start a new career change, you might decide that you want to go into an industry or a sector that is dominated largely by people who are younger. So a typical kind of sector would be the media sector. Now, people who work in that kind of sector generally tend to be younger. Now, that's a choice that you might choose to make. And I wouldn't say just because it is predominantly younger sector, you shouldn't go into it, but you need to go into it aware that in order to really get ahead of the game, you need to know your stuff. And it comes back to the point I made previously about knowing your stuff, having your tools, being really equipped to go in there and show the client, potential client, or the potential employer that you really do have something to offer. For others, it might be that we say, well, actually, I don't want to go into a sector that is dominated by younger people. I want to go into a sector where I will be working with people who are like-minded and similar age background. Now, the way to do that really is, again, doing your homework, doing your research, looking for the sectors that are out there. The kind of sectors that I would suggest are the most easy ones or the most relevant ones to get into are perhaps not-for-profit, public sector, and some of the very large private sector organisations are really good as well, because they're all very acutely aware of age discrimination. In fact, some of them pride themselves on being widely diverse in terms of the kind of skills and people that they attract. And so with sectors like that, age is really not the factor. What they're looking for is that you have the skills. So getting into those sectors is the area that you really want to focus your effort and time on. And one of the ways that you do that, once you've decided on a sector or even a company or organization, is to start your networking. There's many ways you can do your networking. One of the most common ways of doing that is online. So again, it comes back to using tools like LinkedIn, which is a really powerful tool because that will give you the access to people. You can go online and you can search for them using keywords. You can connect with them and you can start following them. You can start posting and sharing your posts, etc. There's a whole raft of things that you can do to really try and build those relationships with people within the sector that you might want to work within. A lot of those sectors also have company pages. So following the company page is another really useful way of keeping in touch. So in the event that you do get an interview, you are current, you understand some of the challenges they're facing, you understand some of the issues they're facing, and you can go in there and you can talk from a position of knowledge and experience. And those are the things that really impress. And those are the things that get you in front of your potential client. So it's really all about you making the decision as to what sector you want to get into, what kind of people you want to work with, and how you use your knowledge, skills, experience to get you there. Remember, as I said earlier, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So don't let anyone make you feel that because you are over 40, you cannot find the career of your dreams, because you can. So I hope you enjoyed this short live stream. It was really just to go through those quick things with you. If you like this video, please, please, please do share among your colleagues, friends, anyone you think might benefit from listening to the few insights that I've shared. And also, if you're not already in our Facebook group, please join it. It's Career Changers 40+, and we're going to change that to Career Changers over 40, but for the moment it's Career Changers 40 plus. So please click on the link that accompanies at the top of this video, and we look forward to seeing you inside the group. We look forward to welcoming you. We look forward to having lots of discussions and engagement with you. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope that this video really does help you. Thank you.